Since its inception back in 2009, the Bayonetta series has been a pinnacle of character action games, presenting the genre at its best. After a long wait, Bayonetta 3 is finally here, bursting at the seams with style, and it brings all the over-the-top action you'd expect, with some new twists along the way. While it does have some unfortunate technical setbacks, it's still a strong new chapter for Platinum's Umbra Witch. Like its siblings, Bayonetta 3 is a wild ride that isn't afraid to go all in. Right from the get-go, you're thrust into a chaotic conflict, battling for your life. Then minutes later, you're effortlessly toying with your foes on a cruise ship, riding a giant tidal wave through New York City. There are even sections where you battle as a giant kaiju monster. There are a lot of cutscenes present here, which can slow down the action, especially if you're itching for the next battle, but their surprising antics are consistently entertaining.
Getting a little too hot in the kitchen?
Just give me my order before I lose my cool.
The story attempts to take on bigger stakes than ever, crossing a multiverse with a deadly threat coming for Bayonetta and friends. It's amusing to see all the different versions of Bayonetta and traveling between universes, but some of it can be disappointing. Of course, story really isn't the main focus, and what's here is serviceable, but where it all ends up isn't particularly satisfying. As always, the beating heart of the series is in its combat. Knocking enemies around with stylish combos feels great, and witch time remains an incredibly satisfying reward for pulling off a last-second dodge. Along with Bayonetta's signature guns, there are a lot of fun and insane weapons to choose from, such as the G-Pillar, which is both a huge club and a high-caliber rifle, and the Dead End Express, which is a chainsaw mixed with a train. One of the biggest additions to combat this time around is your collection of demons that can be summoned to fight for you. These demons aren't mindless beasts either, you now have complete control over them, and each comes with their own combos and movesets. There are a lot to choose from, including Gamora, a giant hell beast, and Madama Butterfly. Later on in the game, there are some particularly insane and wacky ones that are a blast to play around with. Additionally, you have 3 demons equipped at a time, allowing you to swap between them on the fly. While they have a ton of power, you can't use them constantly, as summoning them consumes an energy meter. However, this meter is fairly easy to recover. You also can't move Bayonetta while controlling demons, so you're completely vulnerable, and these demons can be incapacitated for a short period of time if they take too much damage. Overall, the demon combat is a great addition, and unleashing them on your foes looks great and makes you feel powerful. They can sometimes feel a little too strong, but they fit right in with the game's combat.
I'm all out. Too late! You've been naughty!
Though Bayonetta remains the star here, throughout the campaign you also play as the newcomer Viola. Compared to Bayonetta, her arsenal is quite limited, as she only has one weapon loadout. Despite this, she still has a lot going on, and utility like being able to slash enemies up close or throw her katana and darts to attack from range. Along with her dodge, she can also activate Witch Time by parrying with her sword at the last second. Viola's Witch Time mechanics feel a little more deliberate, but pulling off the move with Bayonetta ultimately still feels better. Viola also has her own demon companion, Cheshire, who she can summon to fight for her. Instead of having direct control of Cheshire though, he attacks on his own, with Viola free to pummel enemies with fierce punches and kicks. She's a fun character to play as and feels distinct, but the variety and flexibility of Bayonetta's toolkit still wins out in the end.
Seems the hotline has been disconnected.
Jeanne also gets some time to shine, heading up her own side-scrolling side missions, the first of which has you navigating and stealth-killing enemies through a maze. These sections are decent and give you some fun toys like a shotgun and a rocket launcher, but they aren't nearly as enjoyable as the main missions. Thankfully, they don't go on for very long.
Bastard!
Though levels are pretty straightforward, there are optional things to find along the way, including collectibles and challenge rooms that give rewards, such as shards of witch hearts, to increase max health. Challenges can range from simple tasks like using a certain attack a number of times to more demanding encounters like battling foes while trying to stay off the ground. They can be tough at times, but once you figure out how to get through one, it feels good, and the rewards are worthwhile enough to make them all the more enticing. Like past entries, replaying sections is highly encouraged. Along with higher ranks to work toward and collectibles to get, there's also the Witch Trials, which is a 10-floor gauntlet with new weapons and an extra boss.
Now's the chance. Unleash it!
Outside of combat, you can visit the Gates of Hell, Rodin's bar that doubles as a shop to buy items and accessories like healing lollipops and the Eternal Testimony, which increases your magic power recovery speed after it's fully depleted. You can also purchase new cosmetics for Bayonetta and Viola, like new color schemes, t-shirts, full-on outfits, and other goodies. Additionally, you can spend orbs to unlock new moves for your weapons and demons anytime in the main menu. While Bayonetta 3 has a strong core and ambitious ideas, it feels bottlenecked by the hardware, with an unstable frame rate being the biggest complaint, especially in combat. There are also a lot of huge enemies, and it can be easy to lose track of your character in the chaos since the screen zooms out so much. There's still plenty of fun to be had here, but the technical shortcomings take a toll. It's been a long time coming for Bayonetta 3, but Platinum Games has delivered once again. While the technical aspects are disappointing, new additions like taking control of Bayonetta's giant demons are awesome. As always, the refined combat mechanics are where Bayonetta truly shines, with a diverse and over-the-top arsenal that's a blast to get your hands on. Final score, 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching our review. We're Easy Allies. We've been writing about games for decades, and we also do podcasts, streams, shows, and more, all funded by regular viewers just like you. Head to patreon.com/easyallies to pitch in and get rewards, and be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay connected on YouTube. See you soon.